the first thing you'll do is go to studio.gometa.io and then log into your account that you've already created, and then click Create New Experience. And the first thing you want to do is title it. I'm going to do how to add numbers, and then you can add dialogue by clicking in the dialog box and adding some dialogue. You want to click on Select Character and pick a character from any of the ones that are already here. You could upload some by adding a new character here, but for today we're going to pick one. So we'll pick this guy, and since this is just a yes or no, we'll click Add Action twice, and then to actually put yes or no, you click on the button, you come over here to the side, you click or type in yes, and then you click the next button, and then you type in no. Then we need to add a location for these to go to, so I'll click Add New. And I'm going to do a multiple choice, so when you want to do a multiple choice question, you will click here. And then I'm also going to add a place to teach them. So here's going to be my teaching if they say no. Here's going to be my question if they say yes. So what is 2 plus 2? And then if they say no, I'm going to type in a dialogue here. It is simple. Example, 1 plus 3 equals 4. And 2 1 equals 3. Some just basic examples. I could have also done something else, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. And now we see all these exclamations, so that means these scenes don't know where to go. So to fix that, if they say yes, I'm going to click on the button yes. I'm going to come over to the transition control, click this button here to select where it wants to go. So since I'm on yes, I want it to come here. So if they know how to add, it's saying come here. If they say no, so I click the button no, I take them to this little mini lesson that I've created about how to add. Well, once they do this button here, I need to add action, and this button needs to take them to this problem so that after they learn, they can also do this problem. So if they say yes, they come here. Another thing I need to do is on this one is if they get this wrong, and so I need to actually add some options here. So I'm going to add 4. I'm actually going to click in the scene, and I'm going to change the box over to the right hand side to blocks. And so I'm going to click a button. I'm going to type in 4, the right answer. I'm going to type in 3, 2, 1. So there's 3 wrong answers and 1 right. So I click on the wrong ones, and I'm going to direct them to the example. So click on each wrong choice and direct them to the example. All right, now the right choice needs somewhere to go. So I'm going to add a scene that just says good job. I'm going to actually change the character. I'm going to come to an emoji. I'm going to use this one. So good job. So I click 4, the right answer, and I say, okay, you come here for good job. So I'm going to add an action button there to just navigate further in the setup. So now I'm going to take them to a YouTube video. So I'm going to add a YouTube scene. So I'm going to open a browser, YouTube. I'm going to type in how add. So here's how to subtract an add. Okay. So to actually get this, I can't copy this. I actually need to click the share button. And then right here, there's a video ID. And so I copied just the video ID. So right click, copy. Then I come to the experience storyboard. I click on this and it asks just for the video ID. So I paste the video ID in there. All right, so now as they navigate, I'm going to click this button. I'm going to click here, and then now it's going to navigate to this YouTube video for them to watch on how how to subtract by adding. So I want them to see something interesting about how to subtract by adding. So then I'm going to take them to this type of question. So on this type of question, we'll see that this is a check mark. Check mark means we're done. So I need them to actually get to this question I'm going to ask next. So I click on the YouTube scene. Instead of ending the experience over here, I transition to scene, click this button, click here. So now it's transitioning here. I'm going to change my character back to this guy. And so now I'm going to say, what is 5 plus 7? And now they're going to have the text input. So since this is going to actually be just a numeric answer, I'm going to click on keyboard options and I'm going to change it to a number pad. So I could have kept it as text, but this one is a number pad. So then I'm going to click add new. And now we have to scroll down and click string. And we're going to do response equals. And so since this can only be a number, since I made them use the number pad, I'm going to click here so we see this check mark again. So I need to actually change the transition control of this. So I click here in this area. I click transition to scene, and I click here. So now it's transitioning to here. So now I need to decide what the answer is. Well, we know the answer is 12. So I click on the box, I type in 12. And then if it's not equal, I actually want them to come back here. I want them to watch this video again. I need to add a scene. So I click back on all scenes, and then I click character scene. And I'm actually going to do another good job. I'm going to change this character back to the emoji, smile face, and click back on the response equals. If it's right, it comes here. Okay. So we're going to do one more thing. I'm going to add a web page. So I'm going to click add action. I'm going to add a web page. I'm going to add a web view scene. And to do this, I'm going to search how to add. And this is a legitimate site. So I'm going to pull this. I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to come back to my experience. I'm going to click here. I'm going to paste the website URL. And I'm going to go ahead and change the transition control to transition to scene. So I click this button because after it's a good job, I want them to move on. So they're going to move on here. And they're going to read some more about addition. And finally, we're going to talk about these two options. So I'm going to actually give them an item for completing the experience. So after they look at this web view, they're going to transition here. So they transition from the web view to a select item scene. So I'm going to select the item. Now I already have items built in here, but to show you how to get items, you click new and it asks for a name, upload image, and those kind of things. So an upload image is somewhere from your computer. So just to show you how to do that, you can go to Google and search classes, search images, and what you need to do is you actually need to click on settings and advanced search, and you actually need to choose free to use or share at the bottom and click advanced search. All right, so I could do glasses clip art to make it a little bit more fun. So this one here, I'm going to choose this one once it loads. And so the background's transparent. That's actually what I want. So anytime you see the gray squares and white squares, that's transparent. So I'm going to save image as to the desktop. Then I'm going to come back to my experience. I'm going to upload that image. So I go to my desktop. There's that crazy number with the glasses. I'm just going to call it glasses. And then app item, I'm going to create the item. And now the glasses are there for them to get. So then lastly, to break out, you need to do a request item. So I'm going to use the cartoon guy again. And I need my glasses. And then I have to click the select item. I need to set the item, and it needs to be the same glasses that I gave previously. So I see this check mark again, which means that's the end of the experience, but I want them to get here. So I need to change this to transition to scene. I click the selector and I click here. And so now they'll get to this last scene, so they have to give the glasses to this guy. And that's going to be the end of the experience. So again, we went over multiple choice, do like a good job. I didn't have to do this. They could have went directly from this to a video, or they could have went directly from this straight to the next question. There could have been different options there. Same here. I didn't have to put this good job. The web page doesn't make much sense after the good job, of course, but I was just showing you how to do that as an option. And then this, this is kind of where we're at for the breakout. Do we give them an item for them to receive? So that is the end, and I hope this was informative. Thank you.